Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. I'm just getting a few little things set up here. Wonderful. Today we're going to be looking at how to release and prevent dark entities. It is so important to understand because a lot of people are asking why are foods being poisoned? Why do they use toxic substances in just about every fertilizer? What are the reasons and motives for polluting the water and polluting the air? What are the real reasons for this? And I think you'll be delighted and surprised to hear what they are. Good morning. Yeah. So today it's how to release and prevent dark entities. So you have to understand what vibration is. And one of the things that vibration is, it's a frequency. Hello from South Africa. Hi, Allison. Yeah, remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. So today, how to prevent and release dark entities. First of all, you have to understand how is it that dark entities began to interact with humans in such large numbers. It's important to understand the history of this. Prior to your modern civilization, the one that you exist in now, there was not quite the same technological capabilities. The lowering of a person's vibration requires that they be in a certain state, a vibration or frequency. A vibration or frequency is a frequency on which certain levels of expression can occur and on which certain levels of expression cannot occur. The vibration of love allows very precise and specific events to occur in time and space. But let us first look at, in your current age of technology, why would water, air, and food be made toxic? And the answer is very simple. When substances are not compatible with the divine template, the life force of your body, your frequency goes down. When your vibrational frequency goes down, you tune into different levels or realms of perception, much the same way as your eyes allow you to see sunlight, or your ears to hear noise, or your mouth to taste things, or your hands to feel the texture of things. So too, vibration allows you to perceive different things. If the vibration of your body changes, and this is well documented, if you examine drug use, there is a change in a person's energy field, which makes the field usually lower. In making the food, the air, and the water toxic, the vibration of people in general has become lower. Their frequency of expression has been brought down. A toxified system lowers your frequency from a divine state to a more base state, to a frequency where entities with little or no moral conscience. These are entities that have essentially not transitioned from the animal stage of consciousness to the human stage of consciousness fully. And with that being understood, an animal is unlike a dark entity in that an animal stays in the vibrational spectrum of its existence. It only functions on the level of its existence. But a being transitioning from that level of consciousness is also very self-centered. Animals are based predominantly on their own survival and well-being exclusively, as are most humans, at least from the perspective of their physical bodies. But there's this place between animal and human where there is a process of what we call reasoning that emerges, but it is reasoning not governed by conscience. It is reasoning not governed by love or wisdom. It is governed by selfishness. It is governed by what is in it for me and me alone. That is what this vibration is governed in. So these frequencies of toxic chemicals that you breathe and that you consume lower the vibration of your physical instrument down. The conditions of your physical instrument can lower your mental state or status down. In other words, they can bring you into a lower vibrational frequency of existence, such as fear, or anger, or guilt, or shame, or doubt. Any of those emotional qualities brings you down to a lower frequency, wherein you will resonate with these lower vibrational entities that are based in fear, anger, guilt, shame, selfishness, attack, force, fraud. These lower vibrational entities have existed alongside of humans for millions of years, but it is only in the advanced peaks of societies that they have been able to propagate in any large numbers, because they find themselves in positions of authority where they can manipulate and alter and change the emotional constant of human individuals individually and collectively. The process of chemical toxicity, the process of any form of toxicity in the body, lowers the body's frequency down and makes your system come into alignment with lower vibrations. And so you find yourself contending with emotions that you wonder, why am I feeling these emotions? And we would simply say to you that you've been brought down to a lower vibrational frequency, and there are others involved or engaged that can connect themselves to your energy, much the same way as you can pick up your technology now and you can communicate to somebody that you know their address or their phone number. You can only connect to them if you have their information. When your vibrational frequency is lowered down, then these lower vibrational entities can interact with you. It's very important to recognize this simple point. The lower your vibrational frequency, the greater the state of influence occurs from these lower vibrational entities. The higher your state of consciousness, the less influence from these lower vibrational entities. Preventative measures are very simple. There are vibrational foods that still exist, or you may grow yourself. There are vibrational substances that you can put into the body to keep it in healthy alignment to the upper frequencies of love, joy, peace, compassion. And while this can be done through an act of will additionally, keeping your body into a higher vibrational state makes it significantly less stressful to make that transition from simple consciousness to being an awakened soul that is no longer subjective to the vibrational frequencies of fear in the manner that most people currently are in this day and age. This shift in human collective vibration to a lower frequency has made it possible for the events you see unfolding on the world today to occur. For the vibrational constant of a vast majority of humans is in a lower frequency of state, and therefore in a higher state of alignment with the frequencies of selfishness, greed, anger, control, power, for the sake of one's own personal pleasure. This is what these beings do. These lower vibrational entities, they can think, they can reason, but their thinking and their reasoning is not based on the inclusivity of others and their well-being. It strictly centers around the well-being of themselves. But the altering and changing of your frequency can literally sever the connection between these lower vibrational energies, such as fear, anxiety, depression. These are lower vibrational energies that can be stimulated by your the consumption of foods you eat, the quality and nature of your thoughts, the way in which you communicate or speak with others can raise or lower your vibration. To the degree and extent you can raise your vibration, to that degree and extent you'll liberate yourself from any influence from these beings. In the time of my walk on this world, it was very clear to many of us then that these frequencies of being, these vibrational frequencies of love, these frequencies of joy, of compassion, of understanding, were not simply sustained by thought alone. They were also sustained by the qualities of the things that we eat and the actions we perform, established a frequency that what you would call in your language today, you might call it the armor of God, where there is a vibrational state of being in your body, in your thoughts, and in your awareness that makes you not in resonance with these other lower frequencies. There are things that you may choose to consume, such as very live, healthy, vibrant foods. There are foods that are non-toxic that you can still grow and produce yourself. So if you question why there is so much poison being placed in the water, why there is so much toxins being placed in the air. Why are the foods being tainted the way they are? Because these organisms, like you, have an impetus to survive, as you have an impetus to survive. And so they have learned that by lowering the frequencies of those other beings down, they can attach themselves to them. This is not simply to humans. There are some animal species that they can attach themselves to as well. That these are animals that are often wounded or isolated or separated from their collective groups. And so the process of isolation creates a sense of separateness, and that sense of separateness creates a sense of despair. That sense of despair lowers the vibrational frequency of the other individual down. They become amenable to the influences of these lower vibrational energies, which they fall into resonance with. For most of you, you are not choosing to be aligned to lower vibrational energies. Many of you are seeking to be aligned to this vibrational frequency of love, but not having a method by which to do that, it makes it very difficult. It is like asking someone to do something they have never done before. They have to figure it out. But let us make it very simple for you, that the nature and quality of what you place into the body, the nature and quality of the thoughts that you think in your mind that get placed in there or that you remove from there, alters and changes the vibrational frequency at which you operate as an entity living through a physical medium of matter. Only you can alter and change your frequency volitionally. Your frequency can be altered and changed unconsciously at unawares to you, such as we said, where the food and the air and the waters are poisoned. Then you would find your vibrational frequency going down, not knowing that that's why they're going down. Many of you experience very dark states of energy, and we've seen this in other conditions of your societies that have risen and fallen previously. But if you understand that you must begin a process of aligning your body vibrationally to a higher frequency, additionally your thoughts, additionally your emotions. We often employ a mechanism that you call breathing. This is very important, that your breath is the one line of defense that you will always have, that you can use to alter and change the frequency of your body in the present moment. The deliberate act of asserting your will over that body to breathe displaces the influences of all other consciousnesses. The moment you assert breath, you begin to seize or take responsibility for your own creative process through the simple act of breathing. In that, you may become aware of what thoughts you think, what food you eat, from the perspective of liberating yourself, liberating your body from a lower frequency through the act of breathing, and then considering what things do you put into the body that are high vibrational, that do not harm or disturb the body's well-being. What foods enhance and preserve the vibrational well-being of that body. And I would say to you very simply that living foods that are alive and vital, are wonderful instruments for raising the vibration of the body. Water that is pure and clean is a wonderful instrument for raising the vibration of your body. It's important. Activity for your body, playfulness, excitement, joy, dance, song are all good for raising the vibration of your body, as are the thoughts that you allow your attention to dwell on can raise or lower the frequency of your body. Thoughts of excitement and joy, of new possibilities, can raise your frequency. Thoughts of fear and uncertainty will lower your frequency. It is very simple. You are responsible for the frequency of your body by what you put into it and what you think into it, or what you allow into it from the environment. Before you accept any food from another, ask yourself, is this vibration going to lift my body up, or is this vibration going to lower my body down? And what about thoughts? What thoughts lift your energy up? What thoughts lower your vibration down? Which are you allowing in your mind? You have at any time full and complete autonomy to begin to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies. And the reason I came to this one today is very simple. It has become very apparent, as it was nearly 2,000 years ago, that the same existing conditions are existing right now in terms of these dark ones, these lower vibrational entities that have now permeated your general society. Much of what you understand your history to be is not true and has been written strictly by those who depose those who oppose them. If you are very mindful of what I'm saying, then you can begin to liberate yourself from these lower vibrational entities very quickly. Please understand that. This is a choice that you can make by altering and changing what foods you would place into that body, what thoughts you would allow come into that mind. And that includes what you would receive from the world around you. Surround yourself with love, surround yourself with joy, and the people of love and joy. Right now, the migration of lower vibrational entities to this planet is equal to the vibrational or migration of higher vibrational beings to this planet. There is a process of organization occurring in your collective consciousness that you may choose to be unconscious of or simply allow it to unfold as it does, or you may be very deliberate and precise in your alignment to the frequencies of consciousness that are most life-serving and life-giving for you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, good morning, Janine. Hi. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kira. So please leave in the comment section, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts? Have you ever dealt with a dark entity before? Have you ever felt your vibration being really low? Because what he's saying about our food, our air, our water being toxic now, to deliberately lower the vibration down so that these lower vibrational entities can basically influence or interact with time-space through us. Yes. Even singing a song, he says, even singing a song of a light-hearted nature can shift your frequency. Even singing a song that is of a light nature can shift your vibrational frequency. But your breath, is it important you understand that your breath, the moment you assume authority over the conscious and deliberate methodology by which the body breathes, you begin to take back the autonomy that is yours to have over that body and over that mind, for your breath is far more than simply an in of matter. This is what your breath is. In the emerald tablets, which there are many of and only 2 which are revealed, there are many simple truths that illuminate precisely what is being said here. That the nature and frequency of what you think in your mind determines and alters the nature and frequency of matter as you experience it, as too does your awareness and what you choose to give attention to do the same thing, even if that which you give attention to is beyond what you currently know. In other words, you may be fantastically excited about a new idea, and the very nature of your excitement about a new experience or idea can change the frequency of your body and your mind so that you can be liberated equally that way as well. Wonderful. Hi, Manoj. Question from Manoj. Do I have a tendency to attract negative entities, particularly regarding sexual addiction? Yes. Yes. He's saying that yes, you may become subjective to your body, or you may be creative with it. If you choose to subjugate yourself to the senses for the sake of the pleasure of the senses, you will surrender or leave yourself open to these lower vibrational energies while surrendering your ability to make changes deliberately in that mechanism. There are many of you that are bound strictly for the sake of the pleasure of the senses. And this can cause you to be what we would say uncaring of the welfare of others when you become exclusively obsessed with what you want and what you want alone. These lower vibrational entities are in such fashion. So if you are exclusively pursuing for your own sake, you may find yourself in this difficulty. But I do not perceive at this moment that you are doing this, but you are certainly getting close to that doorway. Be very mindful. Pleasure exclusively for the sake of pleasure, without any form of greater growth or evolution in the process, is simply pleasure for pleasure's sake. But if you dance and you delight and you sing with love and joy, that's such a pleasure that lifts you up, then it is good and very good. Wow, thank you. Question from Vio. Would taking health relating course in February on March help me to solve health problems? It's rather expensive. Thank you. We're simply offering you a very simple health course here. The very nature of utilizing your breath in the fashion which has been expressed through this one many times. If you understand the nature of your breath, the nature of your thought, and the nature of your being as a creative organism of consciousness, then you can alter conditions of health quite fast through the act of deliberate intention. That is to garner a deep understanding and love towards your body, utilizing your breath to instill that frequency of love into the body. You must understand that your thoughts are a very influential element upon your body. And so to answer your question quite simply, anything that you believe that will give you that power to alter and change your health will alter and change your health. Whether it is an expensive course or a beautiful tangerine that you indulge in any moment, anything can raise your vibration as long as it's capable of doing so. And you are free to do this. You may pursue any means that will raise your vibration. And that is the question you have to ask yourself. Am I going to raise my vibration, or will I depend on the outer world to raise my vibration? If you so choose to allow the outer world to alter and change your vibration, be mindful that that which you are choosing is of good report. It is of a good vibration. Please understand this, that anything you would bring into your mind or into your body will alter and change its vibrational frequency. And so what frequency will this school afford you? Will it raise your vibration up? If so, then by all means do this. If it will lower your vibration down, then we would caution you. Wow, thank you so much. Lots of questions here. Good morning. Question from SJK. Which animals are prone to get negative attachments? Meat eaters. He's saying meat eaters are the animals that tend to be prone to get attachments because their predatory energy leaves them open to possession from lower vibration. A lot of those conditions, he's saying that conditions that you call where an animal turns on an owner is where they are possessed by a lower vibrational entity. But meat eaters tend to be more open to lower vibrational energies than do non-meat eaters. Thank you. Great question. Question from Nancy. I'm making changes in my diet and working on my thoughts. Is there something specific I need to focus on? Thank you. I don't know, but somebody's come in and they're saying they're putting this message with Mark. Focus on joy. They're saying focus on joy, and they're literally like sending this beam to you of light, like saying very clearly, focus on joy. Wow, thank you. Question from Betsy. I understand. I get it, how there is no judgment of our choices, but we bear the consequences of low vibrational choices. Just in how, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If you see a question, answer a question and ask a question. Scrolling down here. Question from Khan. I came across many people who are hesitant in changing their diets. What's an easy next step to transition to healthier eating and sustainable healthy habits? Fall in love with the food. Learn to grow your own food. You'll be delighted at how much joy there is and satisfaction in being able to produce that which you consume. But for those that you speak of specifically, they can begin with simple methods, like increasing the process of drinking the amount of water that they would consume each day is a very beginning step. To begin to consume more healthy and clean water is a very powerful tool for this. To begin consuming a larger percentage of foods that are alive and living, consuming more foods that are alive and living and that are not imbued with the poisons and toxins that these lower vibrational entities from their positions and power within your civilization are currently orchestrating. Wow, thank you for that, Con. Great question. Question from Denvioka. My auntie, who was close to me, left us last month, and I didn't get to say goodbye. Any message from her? I'm so sad, and I miss her. It's funny you're saying that. She said she did say goodbye to you, but you weren't listening. Um, she's saying when you got the word, did you not feel my hand upon your head? Did you not feel me holding you? Yes. She's like holding her hands on your head. The moment you found, she came in and consoled you in that moment. She says, get ready for the excitement. I don't know what she means by that, but she's saying, get ready for the excitement. And what do you mean by that? She's just saying, get ready for the excitement. I don't know what that means or what that relates to, but she's just repeating that. Get ready for the excitement. Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. Wow. Question from Animo. Good morning, everybody. Good to have you here today. My first spiritual assignment after awakening was working with Archangel Michael to remove attachments from a friend. Am I meant to continue this work? Michael's saying yes, yes. Why are you questioning it? The nature of lower vibrational energies is that they will get you to question and doubt what you know. And in your doubt, you lower your vibration by degrees to fear. Please understand. Your capabilities are so much more. You do not have to do this or this. You can do this and this. Please understand this. Do not limit yourself or fragment your consciousness and create unnecessary stress by believing that you are somehow limited in your expression. You can do that, and you can do the other thing as well. I don't know what he means by the other thing, but the other thing, whatever that is. Thank you. Wonderful. Question from Reflection. I'm a naturopathic physician and work with many people who need support for their health and mind. What angel can I work with to assist my clients who need guidance, support? Thank you. Wow. Master Jesus wants to work with you. Like if you open up to his energy, wow, you're going to be astounded. There are others with him, but he yes, he says if you are hearing the vibration of these words, then you know their truth. But for those that do not understand me or what it is, I would say to them simply, call on me in silence, and I will be with you and with them also. There are those that are limited in their beliefs of accepting that there are beings of higher frequency available to them as there are beings of lower frequency available to them. The intention to align oneself to love affords itself many healers, many guides, many assistants. There is a very limited range of what assistance you can get from lower vibrational entities, but there is an unlimited range of beings that you can experience from a higher vibrational plane of frequency. Wow, thank you so much. That was a great question, Reflection. Yeah. Question from Vertical. The largest existing emerald bed consists in Arkansas. In what part of the earth were the emerald tablets created? Wow. He's saying the tablets, yes. He's saying the tablets are scattered around the world. They were not created in one place. You must understand that communication as you know it today existed also in other civilizations. The goal of these tablets was quite simple: to anchor into the crystalline structure consciousness of this world the vibrational information that could be kept alive and survive the changes on the planet, so that that frequency of higher vibrational light will remain preserved and intact on many of the continents of this world. There are more of what you call these tablets than the ones that you know of, but they are around the world, not simply localized to one place. The need for spreading them around is the understanding that the transmission and receiving ability of crystalline structure is very different in its capacity than the structure of memory as passed down from human to human. So these frequencies are being generated by these tablets in many forms. And the crystals on the planet that resonate with them likewise amplify this frequency and keep it alive. Wow, that's cool. Thank you. Great question. All right, that's going down. I got time for one more question today, folks. Who was with me? Yeah, there were two that were with you. Three, actually. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And there's this funny little person, more like a fairy being, very small and petite. And gentle, says there's gentle like fluttering near the ears from this one. Again, they're saying that they're waiting for the opening. They're waiting for you to open. They're waiting for you to open. Yes, I don't know what that means, Drusilla, but that's what they're saying. Wow, wonderful. Last question from Anne-Marie. How is Mother Earth doing? She's doing great. She's concerned having to discharge a lot of the human collective fear that's been built up. And you've seen with many of these events around the planet, she's saying that a lot of these events that have been occurring, like the Canary Islands and the Tonga and the hidden earthquakes that they've discovered, the massive earthquakes very deep down that they're just discovering now, that they're all mechanisms that she uses. They're all mechanisms that she uses to discharge the vibrational frequency of fear from her body as she tries to help us make this transition that we're making in ascension. But it's getting very intense. If the shift, she says that if the shift doesn't start to move from fear more to love, that it's going to be unavoidable other events. But that she'll continue to do the best she can to keep these events in relatively low density population areas. But she's also saying that I am not the only one involved. That one that you would call the Father, the light, the sky, the sun, this too is also interacting with you. It would do well for you to connect to us both, to literally feel our presence with you. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. Thank you, Marie. Wow. I want to thank Hermes today for this. Living food, healthy thoughts, vibrant thoughts. So on Wednesday, February the 16th, love is the liberation frequency. And that's going to be with a being called Joshua. I don't know who he is, but love is the liberation frequency. And that's going to be this Wednesday on Shortcuts for Your Soul with a being named Joshua. On Friday, February the 18th, 2022, we've got Remembering You Are Love and Light with Dr. Wayne Dyer. So I'm really, really excited. Every time I say his name, it just beautiful energy comes in. So I hope you'll join us for Wednesday and Friday. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and click the notification bell so you know when we come live. And if you want to check out our courses and classes, which are going to be beginning in about 3 weeks' time, you go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can check out our courses and classes there to learn how to become connected to your own guides and angels deliberately and consciously. It's a real thing. These vibrational entities exist. Everybody knows it. We all knew it as children, but we get conditioned by the environment and those in charge to believe what they ask us to believe, not to think independent of it. So I want to wish you all much love. Check out the courses and classes, and have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I want to wish you all much, 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 much love. Bye for now.